Imagine this. You're sitting in a theater. Someone slips on a banana peel, you laugh. Two lovers misunderstand each other, you smile. A rich, arrogant man is mocked. You feel satisfied. But why? Because comedy is not just laughter, it is truth disguised as entertainment. Today, we explore comedy and its types not as mere amusement, but as a powerful literary form.
The great Greek philosopher Aristotle described comedy as an imitation of characters of a lower type. Now, don't misunderstand this. Lower does not mean morally inferior, it means ordinary, flawed, human.
Comedy is not just about making people laugh, it is about revealing truth through humor. It exposes the absurdities of life, corrects behavior gently, and celebrates human resilience. Notice this carefully. Comedy may begin in confusion, but it ends in harmony. And that is the beauty of comedy. It reflects us, corrects us, and ultimately brings us together. Now, let us explore the fascinating varieties of comedy. Romantic comedy is perhaps the most familiar. It deals with the follies and misunderstandings of young lovers, presented in a light-hearted manner and ending happily. The best-known examples are the plays of William Shakespeare. These plays are full of disguise, confusion, and love triangles, but everything resolves beautifully. Interestingly, some plays shift genres, blending into comedy of manners or even tragicomedy. Love may be chaotic, but comedy ensures it ends in order. Now we move into a more intellectual form.
This genre is closely associated with Ben Jonson. The term humor comes from Latin, meaning liquid.
According to medieval theory, the human body contains four liquids: blood, phlegm, yellow bile, and black bile. Each determines personality. A character is dominated by one humor and becomes exaggerated. The best example is Every Man in His Humor, written in 1598. Blood makes one optimistic, phlegm calm, choler aggressive, and black bile melancholic. Comedy here arises from extreme personalities, almost like caricatures. This is high comedy, intellectual, witty, and socially sharp. The comedy of manner satirizes the manners and behavior of the upper classes. Here, the humor is not physical, it is verbal and intellectual. Important writers include Oscar Wilde, Sheridan, and Goldsmith. Famous works include The Importance of Being Earnest and The School for Scandal, among others. These plays mock hypocrisy, gossip, materialism, and pretentious behavior. And here is the irony: the audience watching the play is often the very target of the satire. Now, something unusual, a comedy that makes you cry. In 18th century Britain, a new form emerged: sentimental comedy. It was based on one idea: man is essentially good, but can be misled. Characters are noble, fall into trouble, and then find redemption. Key writers include Colley Cibber, George Farquhar, and Richard Steele. A famous example is The Conscious Lovers. Instead of laughter, the audience experiences emotion and moral reflection. Now we return to pure laughter. Farce is fast, exaggerated, illogical, and physically comic. It includes slapstick humor, mistaken identities, and ridiculous situations. A classic example is the comedy of errors. Other examples include Box and Cox and Charlie's Aunt. Don't try to make sense of farce, just enjoy the chaos. Burlesque is mockery through contrast. It ridicules a subject by treating something serious in a trivial way or something trivial in a serious way. Famous examples include The Rape of the Lock and Hudibras. There are two types: high burlesque and low burlesque. Comedy here comes from the mismatch of style and content. Finally,
the most controversial type, black comedy.
The term was coined by Andre Breton. Black comedy deals with serious and disturbing topics such as death, war, insanity, and violence, but presents them humorously. It makes us laugh at what we normally fear.
Black comedy challenges comfort. It forces us to confront harsh realities through humor.
So, what have we learned? Comedy is not trivial. It is not shallow. It is a mirror, but a smiling one. It shows us our flaws, our society, and our contradictions. And yet, it gives us hope because it ends in reconciliation. Tragedy tells us life is serious. Comedy tells us life is survivable.
If you found this lecture on comedy helpful, share your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe for more lectures on literature and criticism, and share this with others who want to learn.